Leopard attacks pet dog outside the house. Terrifying moment caught on camera. It was one of those silent nights. No wind, no noise, only the hum of crickets and the flicker of a distant streetlight. Inside the small suburban home, a family was asleep. But outside, near the gate, their loyal dog Bruno lay guarding his territory. He'd done it every night for years. Faithful, brave. But tonight, something felt different. Bruno's ears twitched. He raised his head. The night felt heavy, like something was watching him. His eyes scanned the dark corners of the street. Nothing. He gave a soft growl, then lay his head down again. Moments later, the motion sensor light flickered. Once, twice, then went out. And that's when it appeared. Out of the shadows. A shape moved, slow, silent, and deliberate. Two glowing eyes, steady and unblinking. A predator's gaze. It was a leopard. The wild cat had wandered in from the forest that bordered the town, drawn by the smell of food, the scent of dogs, and the silence of sleeping humans. For a few seconds, both stood frozen. Bruno, the loyal guard, and the leopard, the silent hunter. Bruno barked once loud. The sound echoed down the empty street. But that one bark sealed his fate. The leopard crouched low, muscles tensing. And then, in less than a heartbeat, it sprang. The attack was silent, swift, and brutal. The leopard's claws dug deep into Bruno's back. Its jaws clamped around his neck. Bruno screamed. The sound shattered the stillness of the night. Inside the house, lights switched on. The owner, Rajiv, rushed to the window, confused and terrified. He could hear the growls, the struggle, the desperate barks. Rajiv flung open the door and ran toward the gate. "Bruno! Bruno!" he shouted. What he saw stopped him cold. Under the dim light, he saw the leopard dragging Bruno across the driveway, trying to pull him toward the bushes. Rajiv grabbed a stick, a rock, anything, and threw it toward the predator. "Leave him! Get away!" For a moment the leopard froze. Its glowing eyes met Rajiv's. Time stood still, man and beast, just feet apart. Then, with a snarl that chilled the blood, the leopard released Bruno and vanished into the darkness. Rajiv ran to his dog. Bruno was bleeding, trembling, gasping for breath. Rajiv scooped him up in his arms, shouting for help. Neighbors came running. Someone called the forest department. Someone brought water. Bruno survived that night, barely. But his spirit was never the same. The next morning, forest rangers arrived. They found paw prints, large, fresh, circling the house. The leopard had been there for a while, watching, waiting. Rajiv checked the CCTV footage, and that's when he saw it. The entire attack caught crystal clear. The leopard creeping up behind the gate, Bruno turning, sensing danger. The sudden leap. The desperate struggle. Rajiv's hands shook as he replayed it again and again. That footage went viral across social media. Millions watched in disbelief. People couldn't imagine such a thing happening in the middle of a peaceful neighborhood. Wildlife experts said leopards often wander into towns, searching for easy prey. Goats, dogs, even garbage bins attract them. But this time, it wasn't just an animal attack. It was a reminder that nature is always watching. Days passed, Bruno recovered, but he refused to sleep outside again. He'd stare at the door every night, ears twitching, tail still. Sometimes he'd growl softly, as if sensing something unseen. Rajiv tried to calm him, saying, "It's gone, Bruno. You're safe now." But deep down, he wasn't sure. A week later, neighbors reported strange noises again, faint growls near the same lane, shadows moving behind fences. One man claimed he saw the leopard's eyes in his backyard. Another found paw marks near his car. The forest team set up traps, cameras, and patrols. But the leopard was smart. It never appeared on film again. It knew when to come and when to vanish. Then one night, something strange happened. Rajiv woke up suddenly, heart pounding. He could hear faint scratching at the gate. He looked through the window. Bruno was staring outside, frozen. A low rumble came from his throat. Rajiv grabbed his flashlight and aimed it through the glass. Nothing, just darkness. He opened the door slowly, whispering, "Bruno, it's okay." The beam of light fell across the gate, and for just 1 second, he saw them again. Two glowing eyes. Still. Silent. Watching, he blinked, and they were gone. The next morning, forest officers found new tracks right outside Rajiv's house. Fresh, deep, the leopard had returned. Since that night, Bruno never barked again. He just stayed near Rajiv's side, quiet, alert, always watching the shadows. And sometimes, late at night, Rajiv swears he can still hear that low growl echoing from the trees. As if the hunter was still out there, waiting for the right moment to strike again. They say a dog's loyalty knows no bounds. But sometimes, loyalty meets terror face to face. Would you have run outside that night, or watched from behind the window? Helpless? Tell us what you'd do in the comments below. And if this story gave you chills, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe Animal Care channel, and follow us on TikTok because some stories are real, and some never truly end.